welcome to your everyday 10-minute stretch routine. This is going to be a series of gentle and some more dynamic stretches which are easy to fit in at any point of your day when you've got some time. All you need is a space to practice and a willingness to show up. No props whatsoever. So let's get started. Come into a comfortable seated position. Crossing your legs at your ankles. Now, if crossing your legs is uncomfortable for whatever reason, you don't have to cross your legs. You can extend your legs, keeping your knees slightly bent, but we're trying to keep our spine long. So coming to your comfortable seated position, it might be with the legs extended, knees slightly bent. This might be with your legs crossed. And spending these initial moments to become aware of your breath. Gently noticing the depth and quality of each inhale and each exhale. And as you begin to find a steady and comfortable breath here, trying to maintain this connection throughout our practice. As we begin to join the hands in prayer at the center of the chest, we're going to rub the hands together, start generating heat to the warmth. Before placing the hands behind the closed eyes, we bow the head. Gently blink open the eyes. Plant the soles of your feet down, hands behind you. Gentle windscreen wipers with the knees. Before we swivel the legs back into a tabletop position, let's take a child's pose. Untuck the feet. Now in a child's pose, you can have your knees quite far apart. Some people like to have them as wide apart as the mat or about hip width apart. Some people also like to have the knees together. I think whatever works for you. So you decide how far apart you'd like to have the knees. Let your hips rest back to your heels. Extend the arms forwards. Perfectly fine for you to have a child's pose where you're here. Hips resting off the heels. Lowering the head down. It's okay if your head is off the floor as well. I'm going to start to lift the head and take a gentle side stretch in our child's pose. Walk your fingers to your right hand side, softening down. Then lift the head, walk the fingers to your left, and soften down. Moving back to center into our thread the needle pose. You're going to use your left arm and thread it through to that right hand side. Really sliding here, and notice I'm bringing the left side of the head down. So it can be left ear or left cheek down to your mat. Right hand can stay here, or you can extend that right arm forwards. If you do want to take it a little bit deeper, you've got the option to tuck your feet and start to extend your right leg back. And notice when I do that, I'm actually able to twist a little bit deeper. I'm going to take 3 more breaths here. Maybe you tuck your left foot and start to lift that right leg high. Whichever variation you've chosen, you're going to start to come out with control. Press into this right hand, left hand back to center. Let's do the opposite side. We're using the right arm to thread through to our left. Right cheek or right ear down to the mat. Perfectly fine to stay here. Maybe you're extending that left arm forwards. Three more breaths here. You can tuck your feet, maybe slide and extend that left leg back. Just an option if you want to test your balance and start engaging your core to lift that left leg high. Pointing through the toes, engage the leg. And releasing down. Pressing into the hand. Let's take it to our downward facing dog. We tuck the feet, send the hips back and up to the ceiling, downward facing dog. This is Adho Mukha Svanasana. You're bringing the gaze back towards the feet or you're looking in between the knees. Try and keep your arms straight, spread the fingers wide, pressing firmly down into the floor. You can have the knees slightly bent. Energetically dragging the heels closer to the ground, but it's okay if they're not flat on the floor just yet. You might be pedaling out the feet, gently shaking out the head. Before we look forward, so we're going to step the left foot forward to find a low lunge. You can step it forwards from your downward facing dog, back knee down. We can also do this from a tabletop. Drop both knees, step the left foot forwards. You can slide your back knee a bit further away from the body, sink the hips low, and front knee over the ankle, maybe bringing the hands to the hips. Deep stretch here in the legs, the hamstrings. Also finding a gentle back bend, so we're finding length, lift through your chest, maybe bring the gaze up. You might sink the hips lower. Option to lift the arms towards the sky. Crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. And start to release your hands down to frame your front foot, moving through a half split by shifting your hips to the back of your mat, but we're trying to keep the hips parallel, trying to avoid collapsing onto one side, and keeping the hips roughly over the back knee, so that rather than sitting all the way back, we're actually quite upright here. You can point and flex the front foot. It's okay to have your hands off the mat, or maybe hands at the hips. Tuck that back foot to help you balance. Then rebend into the front knee. We're going to step it straight back to downward facing dog, or maybe to a child's pose. Let's do the opposite side. Coming through, downward facing dog, or maybe you were there already. And to step that right foot forwards, we can step it forwards from downward facing dog in between the hands, back knee down. Or we can drop the knees, tabletop, step right foot forwards, starting to sink the hips low. Option to move that back knee further away. Maybe bringing hands to your hips, lifting through your chest, gentle arch in the spine. You might bring the gaze up. We check, front knee is aligned over the front ankle, really engaging this left glute. Maybe you're staying here, last 3 breaths, or lift the arms, Anjaneyasana. And framing that front foot, take it through your half split, shifting the hips to the back of your mat, really flexing through that front foot. You can point and flex, we keep the hips parallel. And rebending into that front knee, framing the foot, stepping it back, downward facing dog, or child's pose. Now we're going to come to lie down onto the mat. Arms beside you, palms facing up. Start to press into the feet to lift the hips high into a bridge pose. You might start to tuck the shoulders under, interlace the fingers, and lift up a little bit higher. And releasing your arms, gently lower through your upper, middle, and lower back. So extending the right leg, shift your hips to the left, lift your left knee, and guide this left knee over to your right hand side. Now you might have the knee hovering off the floor or perhaps resting down towards the ground. Do you want to use any props? You can bring that under the knee, a pillow, cushion, or a block. These are completely optional. Let's take 3 more breaths here. As you are, we'll option to bend that right leg, catching a hold of the foot. Add a stretch here. Releasing, come back to center. Let's swap sides. Shift your hips to your right, extend the left leg. Lift the right knee and guide it to your left hand side. Three last breaths here. Option to start bending that left knee, maybe catch a hold of the foot. Added stretch. If you're doing that, try and soften your right shoulder down towards the ground. Before releasing, come back to center. Finding a reclined butterfly. Join the soles of the feet together, knees out wide, arms out by your sides. Close the eyes here. If you want to bring a bit more awareness to your breath, you can either interlace the hands above the belly, or perhaps one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. Gently start to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, and bringing the hands under the knees, pulling the knees towards the chest, or you can wrap the arms around the legs. Rock gently side to side. And drop your knees to your left. Start to press yourself up to a seated position with the eyes closed. Join the hands in prayer, center the chest, and we blink open the eyes. Thank you.